Master Kane, and I'm on to another one of my deck builds. This is another deck that I'm looking pretty forward to. It's not quite finished, but it's getting there. Slowly but surely. It's my Mermail's deck. They look pretty nice. They're an odd water-based deck, so they've got a bunch of water-based cards. If you can give me any advice on what I could add to this deck or anything, that'd be nice. Or any cards that might not necessarily be Mermail based, but would help water based cards. But to start, and I'm not really going to try to pronounce their names very well, 3 Mermail Abysslung, I think is how you pronounce that. 1200 attack, 1800 defense, not too bad, but its effect is my opponent cannot target any other water based monsters besides him, and add 300 attack to all water monster, which would include him, because it doesn't exclude him, so that would include him. So that would leave him at 1500, and that doesn't matter if you boost him up or anything, and the opponent can't attack anyone besides him. And then I've got, so far, 2 Abysslungs, 1500 attack, 1500 defense. You can read this effect if you want to. This card destroys opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard. I can discard 1 water monster to the graveyard to special summon 1 Mermail monster from my deck in face-up defense position. I can only use this effect once per turn. So pretty much, if he attacks you and destroys a monster you control by battle, I can discard 1 water monster from my hand to special summon anyone from my deck. Any Mermail-based monster from my deck. Then I've got, so far, 1 Abysslung Spike, 1600 attack, 800 defense. This card is normal summoned or special summoned. I can discard 1 water monster to my graveyard and add 1 level 3 or lower water monster from my deck to my hand. So I've got ways I can use this really effectively, and you'll see that in a minute. Like my next monster, Abyss Shield or whatever. If this card is sent to the graveyard, I can special summon 1 Mermail monster from my hand, so I can use her to discard to special summon another, to special summon another from a deck, or add to my hand. There's a lot of neat little combos for her. But I cannot special summon one of her. And then here's my other level 3 so far. Abyss Ossia or something. You can target 1 Mermail monster you control, special summon any number of level 4 or lower monsters from my deck whose combined levels are less than or equal to the level of the monster. And that is sent. Then send that monster to the graveyard. Then I can only use the effect of Mermail. Basically, I'm guessing this could be used for XYZ summoning, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. There's ways I can use it. I haven't really gotten fully everything what a Mermail deck can do quite yet. And then now, I've got this, just to add a little bit of boost power. Shark Kraken. I can just special summon him by tributing a water monster. Real easy to get on the field, basically. I special summon, then I can tribute a water monster and special summon him. And if he gets the 300 point boost, then that leaves him, 2700. Then I've got Abyss Scale of Mizushi, or Zushi or something. It comes only to a Mermail monster, gains 800 attack, and when a spell effect is activated on my opponent's side of the field, resolves, I can negate the effect and send this card to the graveyard. So basically, I can power up my monster by 800, but if you activate a spell card, I can remove this spell card to negate the spell and destroy it. And then I've got 2 Abyss Scale of Cetus. Does the exact same thing, but on trap effects. So I can gain 800, but if you activate a trap card, I can negate it and get rid of this card. Alright. Contract with the Aquamare. It's really good, but it works better if I have ritual monsters. I can activate both effects if I have a water ritual. But if I control a face-up water monster, I can activate one of the effects, but if I control a ritual, I can activate both. I can look at all set cards in my opponent's bone trap card zones, or I can look at the top 2 cards of either player's deck and return them to the top of the deck in any order. So, can help. Then I've got the Forgotten City. It's just treated as all water monsters I control gain. All water monsters control gain 200 attack. And if all water monsters I currently have gain levels equal to the number of water monsters currently have on the field. So if I really want to, I could probably XC summon fairly high level monsters with this. Now here's what I do with the level 3s. Power them up a little bit. The Aqua type monster, because this card increases attack and defense by 300. Doesn't seem like much, but I can equip it to any Aqua monster I control, and the only Aquas I have are level 3s at the moment. Then I've got Salvage. Add 2 water monsters from my graveyard with attack of 1500 or less. Then I've got Water Hazard. Once per turn, if I control no monsters, and won't necessarily always, this could set up combos if I have nothing on the field, like a special summon, then discard, special, then special, discard, etc., etc. Special summon level 4, lower water from my monster from my deck, from my hand, I mean. Then I've got Hydro Pressure Cannon. It could only to a level 3 or lower monster, which is good, I have a few of those. If it destroys an opponent's monster by battle, I can send 1 random card in my opponent's hand to the graveyard. Then I've got Different Dimension Deep Sea Trench. When this card resolves, banish 1 water monster from my hand, graveyard, or face up on the field. Then, if this face up card on the field is destroyed, special summon the banished monster to my side of the field. So I could banish then if you destroy it or whatever, or if I want to destroy it or whatever. Then I've got this nice little trap. You'll try to max out on it. If I activate it, I can target 1 Mermail monster I control. It gains 1000 attack until the end phase. Or, when this set card on the field is sent to the graveyard, I can target 1 of my opponent's monsters and send it to the graveyard. So no matter what you do to it, I can get around you. Then I've got Poseidon's Wave, very, very, very powerful water trap. If my opponent targets one of my monsters for an attack, I can negate that attack, and if I control a fish, sea serpent, or aqua type monster, I can deal damage to my opponent's life points for 800 damage for each of the following monsters. So if I have 5 monsters on the field, I negate your attack and do 4000 damage. That is very painful. Anyway, that is so far what I have going for my Mermail deck. Comment, subscribe, like this video, tell me what you think about it, what I should add to it. And yeah, this is Master Kane. I'm out.